Hey dear diamonds, welcome back. Another week, we want to dissect a new word called generosity. Generosity. Are you a generous person, you say? Do you know anyone who is generous? If yes, is generosity a state of being or an act of occasional random kindness? I think the latter is true. I think generosity is an occasional random act of kindness. No matter how frequent that random act is, I still think that generosity is an occasional random act of kindness. All right, before we go deep into what the definitions of different generosity I dug up means, I want to make you understand that we can be occasionally generous and we can decide not to be generous depending on what we're feeling, or depending on what season we're in, or depending on our state of mind actually. With that said, here are some definitions of generosity. It's a quality that is a lot like unselfishness. That's one. It also makes us happy. It gives us the feeling of happiness when we are generous towards others. And this generosity can be in form of money, time, food, kindness, helping others. But in our society, generosity mostly means money, lots of it. Generosity can also be a quality like patience or honesty, because we practice those things to get perfect at it. We want to practice to be honest with people. We also practice to be patient with people. Now, those practices should be daily, actually, to keep our sanity and to keep our spirit from being quenched with different kinds of ungodly things. More than money or stuff, when we talk about generosity, is a generosity of spirit. The love we show towards others, the kindness we show towards others that does not involve money, the forgiveness we give to others that does not involve money, the gentleness we express towards others. And some things that are generous actually don't involve money. But we have said before that money is a part of being generous, but not all generosity will involve money. We all agree. Those are the definitions that I'm looking at, that I dug up. If you help others solve their problem, whatever pressing need they're having, that's a form of generosity. When you give something if not to get back, that is also another form of generosity. Why I have highlighted so many great qualities about generosity, the fact that this is not a state of being. You're not just generous like every day, every second, every minute. I consider people who have shared with me certain things generous towards me at that season. But they can snap out of that state if something else is happening in their life. They no longer become generous. You wonder, were they really generous people? Were they generous person? How did they change? No, they didn't change. The expression of generosity is an act, it's not a state of being. Just like patience, we work that muscles every day. We can be in and out of generous season. You don't know when you're going to show acts of kindness. You don't know when you're not going to have the stuff or the money or the food to also be as generous as you were in the past. With that said, during our ungenerous seasons, I want us to reflect why we go in and out of generosity depending on what state we are in. We should keep reflecting and working on our generous muscles. Just like we work on everything else, the patience, the love, the kindness, the gentleness, the forgiveness, we also want to be working at being generous. We work at being generous because we want to feel better about ourselves, because generosity brings a calmness to your spirit and bring joy to others. So I am saying, do you still know someone that is generous, or they just acted generously towards you? Today, this message, this word generosity simply means I am a generous person is based on what fact? The past or the present? Is a continuous state of being that you cannot maintain in all seasons. So you just need to know, occasionally I'll be generous, other time I'm not able to be generous. It's okay. So what we'll say in our generous seasons is, I was generous today. I was kind to someone today. I listened to someone today. I extend my time to listen to all the problems that they have today. I might have not given solution, but I was just there as a listening ear. That made me feel generous. That's a generous act. Yeah, I know. You wonder. All those who perform philanthropic events, they do charity events, giveaway events. All these are acts of random generosity. They will not do that perpetually or continuously, because it's not in their nature to continue that. Otherwise, we will all be disappointed if the day they don't do it on a regular basis. But they do it once in a while. It should not be considered as, it should be considered generosity, but it's an act that happened on a day. It's an event. That's what it's called. So like I'm saying, generosity could be an event. It just happened and it stopped happening. So when you take generosity in that term, your disappointment will not, you will not be disappointed at anything. I want to say organizers of events of philanthropic or stuff might not be generous people in their daily life. Sometimes it's a way to give away stuff, to get taxes, or to balance your taxes, sometimes it could just also be, I haven't given away things for a while, let me just balance my conscience. Whatever it is, it could be a pity event, it could be, I have too much, I just want to give just to give. Whatever that event is, it might not be their nature perpetually. It is just what they wanted to do at that time to make them feel better, or make them feel good, or make others feel better, and also make them feel good. I am so grateful that I just keep having this, trying to dissect words each day is what I want to know about all the things that are happening in my life, because there are people who were generous to me in one season, the other season they thought like they never even met me. So I keep wondering what happened. So but now I'm getting explanation, I'm getting wiser, I'm getting better at knowing when events happen to me and when it's not an event. A great way to work at our generous muscles is to not always expect others to be generous to us. Is to always be generous to others, to make ourselves perform those generosity events. Either at one time life, either I see someone on the road, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't be a big show to show generosity. It could be just a minute, a second, 2 minutes of kindness, a word that you give to somebody that is really kind. Those are acts of generosity as well. Kind words can be generosity as well, can be considered an act of generosity as well. Something just dropped into my mind right now. Church offerings and tithes, they're not generosity, they're acts of faith to honor God. Of course, the pastors or those who are in charge of the finance can bring generosity to the community out of it. But those of us who give the tithes and the offering, we're showing an act of faith towards God. So we also can perform an event. Church can perform an event to go and give food to others, to go and do things for others. That is an event, one-time thing, and they've just been generous at that time. They can just, okay, when the church is going through stuff, they don't have money to give, they can also stop that act. So that's why I say generosity is an act of kindness. I would say also random act of kindness. That's what I'm saying today. Well, I don't know if this helps somebody, if this bless you, if you understand what I'm saying, or if you have more to add. I want to hear from you. Until then, like, subscribe, share, comment. I really want to hear what you have to say about what generosity means to you. I want to continually grow so that I can change my thoughts, so I can understand what things mean, especially words. Words are very powerful. So with that said, keep watching, watch your space, and come up with some new words. We've done expectation, we've done friendship. Today was generosity. Thank you all. So see you next time. Please continue to watch my channel and subscribe.